Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. God's here bringing you the loser bracket final. It's Power Rangers up against Na'Vi. Of course, I won't be doing this alone. Winter is joining me for the cast. Winter, are you looking forward to today's matches?
Yeah, just finished my dinner. I'm raring to go.
I just finished my breakfast. I got my bowl. I mean, a bowl of cereal, just to clarify. I'm not getting drunk again. Not on a Sunday morning. What do you have for
But
dinner?
you don't want to drink on a morning though, do you?
I have before. It's like an Australian thing, kind of. We're like the Irish, except every day is St. Patrick's Day for us. We don't have that like in the US. Like there's just like if it's not past midday, you can't start drinking. In Australia, it's like nah. If the sun's up, you can start drinking. And also, if the sun's down, you can
I
drink.
meet some people that don't need excuses like that to drink in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's most Australians. They don't give a shit. I don't know. I'm guessing you didn't get drunk tonight.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No crazy happenings on your weekend there.
Just a casual weekend, relaxing and fun.
Oh, good. That sounds nice. No trading with Orange. What's been going on with
No.
Orange Esports?
Just feeding in some pups, that's all.
Oh, have you tried the dietide? Have you tried to beat the record yet?
I gave up.
Yeah, they put like some of those Chinese guys put in so much time to actually
I just
do
want to
it.
steal some candies. I don't want to break the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nobody is trying to steal candies anymore.
Everyone wants. Everyone thinks they can break. Everyone thinks they can break the record, I should say.
Yeah, it takes
Okay.
like I think at least one whole day of effort
Yeah.
to do it.
Both the first one was won by like the IG Rattlesnake crew, and I think the second one was the ZSMJ stack that won it, I believe.
I heard the career is like 38,000 US dollars or something.
Man, that's ridiculous. I wonder if it's even like better to sell it right away, because gradually there'll be more and more as like more cycles go through. That by the end there'll be like a good 100 or so. Right now there's like 20 or so out, so who knows? But we have ourselves a game here, loser bracket final between Na'Vi and Power Rangers. Power Rangers somewhat surprisingly took out Virtus Pro 2-1 in the loser bracket semi-final. So Virtus Pro, the big name in some ways, but they haven't had the best results. They finished 4th place out of Na'Vi, Empire, PR, and themselves. So that's definitely not a good showing for them here in Moscow.
But I didn't really feel it's very surprising because they have been changing players so many times and they don't seem to play
Yeah.
well as a unit. They have like always players having own ideas. You can see from their play, you always see one person doing his own thing, the other guy at bottom is doing his own stuff. There's no team coordination from them.
Well, definitely Power Rangers, a team with no real known names is the funny thing. Like this is a true like a coordinated team in that sense. Like they don't rely on like their individual star power or just individual plays to win them games. Like it was just a pure team effort as well as strategical effort. Like they had some interesting drafts in those games, and we'll see what they have here. They're up against Na'Vi, so they're heavy underdogs here. Na'Vi, despite losing yesterday, that was against Empire. Empire are definitely a legit proven team at this point. Power Rangers, they still have a lot to prove.
I like the last draft from them, the Bristleback and the all-in
Yeah.
push against Virtus Pro.
I really like Bristleback as a hero. It seems like a really cool hero in the current version. Not like a top tier pick, but situationally very, very strong.
Yeah, IG has been picking up quite a bit of Bristleback lately, running him as an offlaner. He seems to be able to deal with 2 versus 2 situations, or even he's extremely good 3 versus 3 though, because
Yeah.
of the quill spray.
And his item progression is just like, you go for the treads into Mecha. Mecha's such a cheap item to get. Like, Bristleback can get that. Even if he struggles a bit in the lane, like say he has like a 2v3 lane or something, he'll still get that Mecha at a decent time to help out his team.
I think Vanguard is also a really good item on
Yeah.
the Bristleback, other than the mech. They usually get both of them at the same time, and they can even build a pipe on that hero. He's just basically the guy who buys all the team items that no one else can buy.
Yeah. Well, coming to this series, Power Rangers going to need to pull out those kind of strategies, like something like a Bristleback to catch Na'Vi by surprise. It feels like Na'Vi, they've gone for a Visage with the Night Stalker as their first 2 picks. Power Rangers pick up the Crystal Maiden and the Clockwork, so no surprises there for the most part. The Night Stalker being picked up a lot earlier than we've seen it get picked up in the past. I think it was Empire who actually managed a 5th pick Night Stalker against Na'Vi yesterday, and that was actually like such a value pick that Na'Vi got caught by surprise.
Yeah, that game they won, the Night Stalker pick, Empire beat Na'Vi with that game. They
Yeah.
picked it in the last pick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Well, Bristleback going to make its return here. Power Rangers say it worked once, it can work again, and they're going to try it against Na'Vi, so what have Na'Vi got planned here?
I think they might pick a Pogna as well with the Bristleback Power Rangers.
Yeah, they definitely can. Well, yeah, they can run the Bristleback as their safe lane farmer. Yeah, put the Pugner in the mid lane, and that would work
Clockwork
out
off
just
lane.
fine.
Yeah, Clockwork off lane, Bristleback on the position 1, Pugna on the solo mid. Does really well against Night Stalker.
Yep. Na'Vi have to not so much prepare like AoE anti-push, but they have to definitely prepare like some way of dealing with this Power Rangers 5-man. Like they're gonna have a Night Stalker who's not the best against 5-man lineups, but if you get some extra burst damage and actually can bring down these heroes fast, like it still can work fairly well if you have the ability to actually fight Power Rangers head on. And with the Chen, with the double heals from a mech as well as Hand of God, you do somewhat have the ability to take team fights.
Yeah, and there's still also Timbersaw in the pool. Timbersaw is actually made good against Bristleback. Yeah, there goes.
Yeah, pure damage, as well as pretty good against just group up and push kind of strats as well with his AoE damage.
I think that was a really, really a good pick against the Clockwork and Bristleback. I'm actually quite surprised they didn't chose to ban they banned out Bounty Hunter and Darkseer in the second phase. They could have just banned out the Timbersaw instead of the Darkseer. I wouldn't think Na'Vi would have gone for the Darkseer. Even if they wanted to go for the Darkseer, Darkseer isn't as strong as the Timbersaw in this situation.
Yeah, well, Queen of Pain gets picked up as your solo mid hero. That's going to be matched up against the Night Stalker mid. Somewhat favorable for the Queen of Pain in the laning stage, but Queen of Pain's a hero that needs a lot of farm to be effective, it feels like.
Yeah, but at least he'll be able to cripple the Night Stalker for the first few levels. He's gonna get not that much of last hits and have some trouble in the laning phase. Hopefully, he will be able to buy enough time for the rest of his teammates to farm before the Night Stalker is ready to gank.
Yeah, and Bristleback gets himself up to become pretty naturally tanky, so he's not too worried about Night Stalker ganks, but depending on how Clockwork does in the offlane, he could become some food for the Night Stalker. CM, always food for a Night Stalker, so it is a tricky game for Power Rangers to maybe deal with this hero, especially combined with the fact that there's a Timbersaw with all the damage. And Funnick yesterday was definitely the MVP for Na'Vi. Even in that series they lost against Empire, Game 3 was a bad game for Dendy as well as Havos, but Funnick played an amazing Timbersaw there. He kept his team in the game, so definitely have to look out for him on the Timbersaw. He plays his hero really well.
Yeah, that game he was like the only one having a really good time in the lane because he was 1 versus 1 against a Clockwork.
Yeah.
And he almost just single-handedly carried his team, but Havos was just too poor. He was like 0-11 or something.
I thought you were going to say something a bit harsher there. You said Havos was too poor. I thought you were about to say Havos was like too heavy. Which probably accurately described that game because Havos did not have a good game at all. Na'Vi last pick an OD here, so this is actually going to be a Havos Night Stalker in like a, I guess, safe lane or like a dual lane with the Visage Night Stalker, and OD goes on to Dendy in the mid lane. I kind of prefer this in a lot of ways for Na'Vi than putting the Night Stalker mid.
I think yesterday there was one game they drafted something quite similar to this when they had the Visage and Night Stalker on the off lane and they have someone else on the safe lane, like the Timbersaw.
And Havos just like the first nighttime he didn't try and gank because you're in a dual lane you get fairly under leveled. So 4 to 8 minutes in you're not really ready to start ganking when you're level 4, level 5. But the second nighttime he had an armlet. He had armlet at 12 minutes into the game during nighttime and just destroyed. I think it was against, I want to say it was against Empire. Maybe it was the first series against Virtus Pro.
Yeah, it was against Empire.
Yeah, it was the game they won against Empire.
I just caught the replay like
a
few hours ago.
So, like, the farming Night Stalker, like, you just wait to the second nighttime. You don't have to try and get too aggressive during that first nighttime if you are sharing the experience.
Yeah, the new version of Night Stalker is more like farming the first night, then getting stronger the next night phase comes.
Yeah. Well, we'll get ourselves into the game now. It is going to be a last pick Bane from Power Rangers. So they have their 2 supports in the Crystal Main Bane. Overall, how do you feel their lineup matches up against Na'Vi?
I think they have a really good single target lockdowns with the Clockwork and the Bane Elemental to catch out the Chen. Even the Bane is really good against the Timbersaw and the Night Stalker as well. Not to mention he's really good where his brain set can take out one of the level 1 familiars of the Visage.
Yep. Well, we'll introduce our 2 teams. It is Na'Vi versus Power Rangers, a best-of-3 loser bracket finals here for the TECHLABS. It's your grand finals for TECHLABS, not the grand finals match, but there's been multiple TECHLABS LAN tournaments held throughout the year. This is your final one for the year, $25,000 up for grabs, the biggest prize pool TECHLABS has had so far. We're going to see Power Rangers on the dire side, Moon on the offlane Bristleback. It looks like he's heading down there, though, with some supports. J4 on the Crystal Maiden, FNG playing the Bane. Solo mid is going to be your Queen of Pain, being played by ZXC, and then finally in the safe lane, it's going to be CHS playing the Clockwork. So an offensive trialing from Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think I like this a lot as well. And for the Na'vi side on the Dire, on the Radiant, sorry, we have Dandy on the Outworld Devourer, Phonic on the Timbersaw, Puppy handling the Chen, Horvath on the Night Stalker, and Kuroki handling the Visage.
Yeah, look, imagine Na'vi will just look to send Havost and Kuroki towards the bottom lane. With Puppy in the jungle, like Timbersaw, your natural offlane, and Timbersaw against Clockwork. We saw Phonic have a lot of fun in that matchup yesterday, so we'll have to hopefully see CHS do a bit better than Mag did, because Phonic just destroyed Mag yesterday.
Yeah, especially in the after he hits like level 5, he has 3 points in Whirling Death. That's when that's the point when the Clockwork cannot lane already against the Timbersaw.
Unless you've burned like enough of his mana using cogs there, but if Timbersaw is just clever with his positioning and doesn't get close enough for that, you really can struggle. After this trialing versus trialing at bottom lane, it seems. Have to see how Na'vi handle themselves here. Visage, Night Stalker, not the most powerful dual lane, and Chen can't really help too much being in the jungle.
I think the start of the game might be the Bane standing on middle lane for a bit with his Amphival before rotating bottom. He's currently looks like he's gonna place a ward and stay around middle for time being. The first 2 waves, like what Puppy did the other day.
And this dual lane at bottom lane don't really need much additional help from the Bane. He may even just go straight top. If they want to, well, like, if he wants to help out against the Timbersaw, we could just see straight up dual lanes from Power Rangers even.
But if they do it this way, the Bristleback could have a bit of a tougher time at bottom. Once the Chen comes up with his creep, he's gonna take a lot less of creeps and farm.
Yeah, well, it will be a double damage rune at level 1 for Power Rangers. Bristleback or Crystal Maiden can easily grab that one. It should be the Bristleback.
Kuroki is gonna deny it.
You've got to grab that, maybe. I guess you're not expecting that deny to come in. Nicely played by Kuroki.
Well, I always take that rune really quick because always when I'm on the Radiant side, I'm always the one trying to deny the rune.
And as you expected, there's Enfeeble Harass coming in on the mid lane. OD gets immediately enfeebled up. This will give him a tough time against the Queen of Pain mid, and Bane is kind of hanging around. Has just the one clarity, but OD are going to have a much tougher time going for these last hits with Bane here.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised the Queen of Pain didn't go for poison at level 1. She went for a blink. She could harass Dandy a lot more with the poison in this situation.
Yeah, especially when his harass is just not going to hit as hard, like with the minus damage as it is. So Dandy doesn't really want to trade hits.
Yeah, and the Bane is now moving towards the bottom lane after casting 2 Amphibles, like what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was Bane with a regen rune.
Yeah, it was 4 Amphibles yesterday.
That was just disgusting to see. Like, it's one of these things where when you get a good defensive support for mid lane, like speaking of bottom lane, first blood coming in. When you get a good defensive support like a Bane, you can make mid lane into a dual lane rather than a solo mid. First blood going to happen. It looks like Puppy rotated in with a Chen Centaur, got the stomp. Na'vi get first blood. The early point in Grave Chill sets up the Centaur stun, and Na'vi get themselves an easy kill. Puppy going to run directly into this Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden has the Frostbite, can use that on this Centaur, but may want to save that mana for as long as possible.
I think they can't really contest after that first blood in the tri lane anymore. Probably the Bane should just stay in middle or rotate towards the safe lane.
CM's still trying. Coming into this jungle here to contest with Puppy. He's actually just leeching experience right now. He has vision.
He wants to kill his creep with a Frostbite.
It's not going to do enough damage, though. You need extra right clicks as well. I guess with the Banes helping out, maybe. Tornado being casted. You can still cast it with Tornado on you. J4 taking a lot of damage. Puppy's been enfeebled up, but he's just trading right clicks here. The creep does go down. Crystal Maiden getting last hit. Now Puppy may give up a first blood. One more right click from the Bane, and Puppy goes down. That was just Puppy getting way too greedy there. Meanwhile, bottom lane, it looks like Bristleback could be in some trouble. There's an initiation coming in from Kuroki and Havost. They don't have mana for the Soul Assumption, it looks like. Havost going to get some extra harass off, but Kuroki ended up getting he had the mana, he had the magic stick.
I think he could have gotten a kill, probably.
I guess they thought maybe not with the Bristleback coming in now. Gravechill going to be used. This Kuroki going to be blocked in. He's trapped. Whoa, Bane on one side, Bristleback on the other. It's a gangbang in the jungle. And Moon going to actually almost go down to the Soul Assumption, but not quite. Just enough HP to survive, and he's now got a salve to heal himself back up. Nicely played by Power Rangers, but mostly just sloppy by Na'vi.
They were not on the same page, Havost and Kuroki. Havost was just chasing and chasing and chasing, but Kuroki decided not to chase. But on Havost's reasoning to chase, I think they could have gotten a kill with the magic stick from the... Kuroki had magic stick to charge up his mana for one Soul Assumption.
Yeah. Oh, blink in from the Queen of Paint mid. Still, he just... I don't know. I think he was trying to bait a Astral, maybe? I don't... He doesn't have Shadow Strike.
He didn't have poison.
Yeah. He could have screamed, but he didn't want to scream, and I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. They're going to see a Centaur rotating mid, but doesn't time up the gank with the Astral. He couldn't actually get the Centaur close enough to the Queen of Pain to chain stun, and they're not going to get that kill anyways on the Queen of Pain, even if they get the Centaur stun.
Yeah, and I think that not having poison actually makes it more difficult for the Queen of Pain against the OD.
Havos could be in some trouble at bottom lane. There's a Bane rotation coming in. There's going to be a Crystal Maiden, maybe with a Frostbite to set things up. With the goo, only a little bit of mana. Only has one more goo here, but Havos already so slow. Frostbite is there as well for them. And Havos going to go down, it looks like. Frostbite coming at the last second. Crystal Maiden gets the kill. Power Rangers get up to an early 3-1 kill lead. Funnick at top lane now. Ooh, could be in trouble as well. Clockwork's gone in on him. Not going to try and chase this one down, though.
No, the Clockwork actually has 2 points in cogs and 2 points in battery assault.
I kind of like this. Like, burning Funnick's mana is kind of top priority here, so getting the extra point in cogs, not too bad.
Yeah, it actually helps him a lot more than getting the Rocket Flare against a Timber Saw.
Yeah. I guess it means you have a bit less damage output and just mid-game usefulness without the extra points in the AoE from the Rocket Flare, but Power Rangers being just so active with their supports, it seems like their mid-game's going to be fine.
Again.
Centaur running up here. Oh, they're going to just kill the Centaur. They weren't going to really kill Puppy too easily, just with
He can send the Centaur back if he wants to.
It's a big mana investment, though. He will do so. That's all of Puppy's mana. The 200 mana send back, so...
Yeah, Havos is running in. Oh, okay. I don't think they should go. They're just too far.
Yeah. Puppy really struggling in the jungle now. He'll bring that Centaur back out, but that's going to slow down his farm. He's going to wait for it to heal up. He's out of mana here, so... Power Rangers have done a great job of slowing down Puppy in the jungle. He's only level 3 right now.
Yeah, but the other two solo lanes of Navi are still going much better than Power Rangers lane.
Yeah,
mid lane, they're
going to look for a kill on Dendy, and they'll get the kill on Dendy as well. Queen of Pain actually getting the last hit. He went for a double Null Talisman build, and this is helping give him a nice early game presence against Dendy as ZXC. Only 13 CS, but double Nulls. 1 kill now going his way against Dendy. He's really struggled for the actual last hitting, but kills on Dendy are going to help out Power Rangers a lot.
Yeah, when you're fighting against an outward devourer, it's really important to get a few early ganks on him. That hero doesn't really do well after having a really bad start. He needs to get a good start and just roll over from there.
Well, Navi, it's the first nighttime, but Havos only level 4. He's just got to spend this nighttime farming, it seems like. I don't think there's too much he can actually do to help out in other lanes.
Yeah, I don't think he can do much because they dual lane him. He doesn't have the high level advantage usually a solo mid Night Stalker has, and that's the time where you go gank. But in this situation, he should just stay and just farm and be active in the next night phase.
Oh, Funny heading now down the river. He's going to run into this Queen of Pain. This could be bad. He doesn't have mana. Timber Chain in. Oh, he hasn't actually leveled up Timber Chain, but without the Shadow Strike slow, with no other Power Rangers heroes around, they're not going to get this kill. Haste Room was picked up by FNG, so. Ooh, he's going to get stunned by the Centaur. It's not going to land. The Haste Rune's there, and FNG should be just fine here.
They can turn back and kill, or maybe not.
Yeah, they did have one Brain Sap, but just a level 2 Brain Sap with Queen of Pain only having mana for one, either Scream or the Sonic Wave.
I actually think they could have killed the Chen, just Brain Sap and Scream.
Yeah. It would have definitely been... With the Haste Rune, you could have got some right clicks in. Dendy doesn't really pose much of a threat. The Sans Eclipse is there, but it's not going to do too much damage to a Bane or
but the thing is, he already used his Astral Imprisonment on the Bane, so I thought that there was a good chance for them to just kill this Chen directly.
Yeah, I guess maybe afraid of there being more heroes nearby.
Top lane, Funny got chased so far back behind his tower. Got all his mana burn as well.
Well, Clockwork getting very aggressive. He has got a point in the Rocket Flare now. Good for scouting as well as... just a bit of chip damage as well, but Clockwork, 3 points in the battery assault, 2 in the cogs. He's going to wait till level 8. He probably will max out the battery assault. He's still harassing around Funnick, who still doesn't have Arcane Boots or anything, and he's really having a tough time. I mentioned Funnick destroying a Clockwork yesterday. They're pretty much even on CS here, and Timbersaw, he's expected to go at least even on CS with a Clockwork.
Yeah, Bane is going on Puppy right now.
Puppy, 1 more, 2 more right clicks. He goes down. The Centaur Storm too late. They may actually kill this Centaur. Queen of Pain at mid lane, not going to come in, but... Does FNG actually look for a kill on mid lane now? Dendy needs to be careful here. Queen of Pain. Maxed out Scream here. Does have a level 2 blink as well. Dendy's backing right off. He does not want to hang around this lane. Oh, they scout him out. Tried to scout him out with the Crystal Nova. He's looking to come back in. Astral down. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Bristleback actually went down. That was a Familiars being used, it looks like. Actually, no, he just got the Familiars from the kill, but just a... Grave Chill Soul Assumption as well as Havos.
He got both of them really low. He almost actually got a double kill.
Yeah.
But
it looks like 1 or 2 more Quill Sprays and At least, well, I guess Kuroki had a full magic stick, but
Here comes the Power Rangers, two supports again. They're smoking. They're probably gonna get
top.
Tonic at top lane. He's being really cocky, very far ahead in
and his
the lane.
mana, he just doesn't have much mana on him right now. Like he's
Doesn't
got
even
enough.
have a TP scroll.
He's got one
He's
Timber
dead.
Chain. Oh, that's gonna burn his mana. Actually, Bane reveals himself on the wrong side here. Clockwork needs to get close enough. There's your battery assault. He's going to walk directly into this Bane. Clockwork taking a lot of damage, but Timbersaw has no mana left for any nukes. Should be an easy kill. Crystal Maiden getting the last hit as well. So Power Rangers being very active early on, and Na'Vi are playing from behind right now. They're losing. They're behind in the early game here. The gold may be fairly even, but Power Rangers have all the momentum.
Yeah, they made really smart rotations. They knew what they had to do. They had to rotate around to try and get kills on the OD, on the Timbersaw, because those two lanes are far better for Navi's side if you consider the situation 1 versus 1. So the supports had to rotate to make something happen, to throw the balance out into Power Rangers' favor.
Na'Vi still have some good, like, around, I think this next nighttime is going to be hard for Power Rangers. We've got a level 6 Visage already. Chen will probably be hitting level 5, level 6 as well by that 12-minute mark, and then suddenly it's nighttime. Havos is getting closer to armor. There's going to be a Sand Clips dropped at mid lane. They're going to kill the Queen of Pain.
Bottom
Nicely
lane as well.
played gang.
Bottom lane as well. Hook miss by the team, by the Clockwork.
Okay.
Timbersaw is here.
Yeah, Timbersaw's got full mana as well. He may just be able to kill this Clockwork or at least try and get some good damage down. He's forced the Timber Chain out. Havos goes in, pops the nighttime. He gets gripped up. Havos is dead.
He got gripped.
No way out of that one. Funnick now at the bottom lane. He's got plenty of mana, but he can't really go back in. Na'Vi rotating
CM
heroes.
is here as well.
Here comes Kuroki though, and with the familiars, with the Centaur stun, can use this, will stun up the Bane, loses the familiar though, gets brain sapped. Here comes your Chakram Whirling Death. They bring down the Bane. Clockwork Cogs not quite on point here, and Bristleback going to be forced to go on the run. Familiar stun going to slow him down, and under the tower, it looks like Puppy going down to the Clockwork. Nicely played by Power Rangers. Trading kills with Na'Vi.
And Pain is here as well. If Na'Vi try to fight here, they could end up in a really
Funnick
big
is dead.
cover.
He brings out the Bristleback actually. He's going to go down to the Queen of Pain, but does a great job of just taking one down with him. Kuroki going to be the next take fall. Solar Assumption to Crystal Maiden, but this Crystal Maiden's just fine. So Power Rangers come out on top of that clash as well. They do lose a couple heroes like the Bristleback who are important there, but all in all, it's still another good fight for them.
Yeah, but however, Na'Vi didn't rotate Dandy over. Power Rangers had their full team there, and Dandy was farming all the way in middle. I wouldn't say it was all lost for Na'Vi.
He doesn't get that much farm like during that 1 minute time span, it feels like. He's still sitting on very, very limited items. Like, he's going to have a 4-staff maybe around the 12, 13-minute mark, but that's about it. Bottom lane, there is another attempted engagement. Clockwork's come in as well. He hasn't got mana for the hookshot right now, so looks like Power Rangers just want to chip away at this tower, but they're not going to be able to get too much done.
They're probably going to just wait for the Bane's ultimate. It's coming off cooldown in 15 seconds.
Well, Bane, he's going to get scattered up by this Na'Vi Observer Ward, so they know exactly where he's headed. They ping him out. He's actually going towards mid for Dendia. TP in here with the Grip. Maybe they can think about a kill. Grip is now up, and here comes Crystal Maiden. Dendi backing off for the time being, though.
Yeah, I think they want to smoke right after they
they've got the Grip.
Here comes the Grip.
They need a TP in, though. Where?
This is weird.
TP comes late. TP came really late. Frostbite just going to land on Dendy. He's got the self... Okay, they get the kill there.
They just barely get the kill.
That TP from the Clockwork was so late.
Yeah,
he's caught Puppy on his own in the cogs. The Centaur can't get in to share the damage from the battery assault. Another kill for Power Rangers at the mid lane. Really well played. The first kill was only barely that they reached it, but...
Yeah, if the Crystal Maiden didn't get in range for the crossbite, they would have never gotten the kill.
Yeah, I think
bottom lane as well. They're trying to get the Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain should be fine here. It's daytime, and well, not from only for a little longer. It's daytime, but Power Rangers are pressuring the top tier one as well now with the Bristleback. Moon's up there. He's got a bracer for himself. May look to just go for that Drum of Endurance, get the Team Auras going, but Power Rangers pressuring middle lane, top lane, and getting kills as well to go with this.
Yeah, but the second night phase is gonna come in another few seconds. That's gonna be the time where Howard starts to find active.
If he doesn't, if they don't find the kills during this nighttime, I really worry for Na'Vi though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his armlet like the last time out, where during the second night phase he has his armlet up and running, and he's a really strong ganker by the time that they hit the second night phase. This time he's quite far away from his armlet, and they're gonna try and gank him again once the second night phase comes.
They got Grip, no Grip up at the time being. They could just go in with a Frostbite. The Frostbite to set things up. The Sonic Wave, the Scream as well. Havos gonna go down immediately at the start of nighttime. He even used the Darkness for that one as well at the start. And T1 tower to follow. Na'Vi may look to try and take this fight. Havos doesn't have buyback, so PR should be fairly safe to get this tower, although
Here
there is a
comes Navi
flank
from
coming.
behind.
Oh, Familiars, 1 stun, 2. The Crystal Maiden going to be getting focused down, it looks like, but the tower gets picked up by the Queen of Pain. If Power Rangers only lose 1 here, this will be a good win for them, but FNG could be in trouble. He's trying to hide. I think he used a smoke there. That was wishful thinking from FNG. The XD face comes out.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't going to help him at all, the smoke.
They still get the T1 tower for the Queen of Pain.
Dendi's in trouble.
He used the Astral. No Astral for himself for the time being. And Dendi forced stuff out the clockwork. Could go for a hook shot. Decides not to. I think he could have actually got that kill there, but Havos was heading towards top.
Could have been dangerous. Havos had a TP.
Yeah,
He knew the Night Stalker already respawned.
Yeah, probably the smarter option not to go in there. And Dendi now.
Oh, the hook shot.
Even if that hits, I think Na'Vi will have with Havos there can turn that one around. So probably not.
Navi would have been much happier if the hook would have hit.
Yeah, Dendi has the Astral to help keep himself alive, or even just Astral the Bristleback while you kill the Clockwork. They had a number of options there to win that fight. Havos was trying to
they could even rotate one more hero in when that happens.
Yeah. So Na'Vi, the other thing they have is Hand of God. Chen's level 7, so they have that global heal. So that's something which PR have to also take into account with these ganks, and probably lucky that Clockwork hook doesn't land.
Yeah, here comes the invis room from the Clockwork again. His hook shot is 15 seconds off cooldown. They're gonna try and make something happen here.
Tower gets denied, and this means he can just walk right in here. It's gonna actually catch up 2 in the cogs. There's no Sonic Wave, but it's gonna be the death of Havos. Timber Chain out from Funnick. He may get chased down as well. A Sap kills off 1 Familiar here. These Familiars are just food for the Bane. Bane is doing a great job just using that Brain Sap whenever he sees a Familiar, and having just 1 Familiar instead of 2 and being forced to constantly resummon them is really hurting Kuroki.
Yeah, only when your Familiars hits level 2, you don't die to 1 Brain Sap, but at level 1, you just start. You just want to avoid letting the Bane see your Familiars all the time.
It's something really hard to do, and in teamfights it's somewhat impossible. If Bane wants to kill me in a teamfight instead of using it to nuke down a hero, he can do so, and you want to use the Familiars to protect allies, but it's just so difficult to do so against a Bane.
Yeah, during team fights, it's just very difficult. Like you said, you want to run in with the Familiars to deal damage and to stun. And if the Bane really just wants to kill your Familiars, you don't really have much of a choice.
Yeah, well, Power Rangers are playing really well right now. They've actually got themselves a 14-7 kill lead, a 3k gold lead, the experience about 2k. They get a grip on Havos. It's nighttime again. Havos gonna die. That's his 3rd death during this 2nd nighttime. He's just died 3 times in a row. This nighttime is going to be over in about 2 minutes.
He was just showing no respect to the enemy there. He was farming a bit over the river. And
and Hookshot finds Kuroki. Kuroki going to go down here. The Blade Melt already completed on CHS. That's going to actually hurt Funnick a little bit here as he throws out a Chakram. And once again for Na'Vi, it feels like Funnick is kind of like the one-man wrecking crew right now. The rest of Na'Vi just not really bringing much to the table. Even Dendi on the OD is farming okay. He's getting decent levels, but right now all he can do is farm.
Yeah, they have the mech, the 4-star up on the OD. So I think maybe the next fight, as long as they don't get catch out by Power Rangers before the fight starts, I think they can actually still win the fight, even though they're just behind right now. They're still in position to win fights if they take it properly.
Yeah, they can definitely. They haven't actually taken down any towers here, so if they start winning fights and getting towers to follow it up, this 3k gold lead for Power Rangers, now a 4k gold lead, can quickly turn back to even or go in Navi's favor, because they'll just start snowballing with 1 or 2 1 fights.
I think they're doing a really smart thing right now, trying to push out all the lanes when they notice, because Navi is in the disadvantageous position right now. When you're at the disadvantageous position, you would try to just group out and fight and try to take down towers. And if the enemy tries to split push, it's going to be really difficult for Navi to group up and take a tower.
Yeah, and it feels like what Na'Vi wants to do. Maybe they want to try and take a 5v5 fight as well with the heals that they've got, with the Chen, the mech as well online.
You know what, Gods? The Bane almost has a BKB.
That is scary. That's a guaranteed grip on. At this point, he may not even be using it on Havos. He may look to use it on someone like the Timbersaw instead, or even Dendi on the OD. And how do you actually cancel that?
Top lane.
Yeah. Well, Astral to start things off here. Clockwork pops the defensive cogs already, so he's going to be okay. Can look to turn this one around. FNG, that was not the TP he was hoping for. Crystal Maiden goes in, saves Eclipse from Dendi. This looks like a much better fight for Na'Vi. They're going to get the tower as well. Double kill for Funnick. Soul Assumption on the Queen of Pain. He's taking a lot of damage. In comes Havos. Queen of Pain survives. 15 HP, but it's the backlines. Bristleback's rotated in. He's brought down Funnick as well as the Night Stalker. Now the Visage going down as well. Dendi on the run, low HP. Somehow Queen of Pain survived, and they get the tower tonight. It looks so good for Na'Vi. They killed off multiple heroes to start things off. They had the tower low. They could have got the tower as well as maybe won the fight.
There was only one problem for Na'Vi that fight Gods. the Chen wasn't near enough to have his mecha
Yeah.
used on his team.
Didn't have Hand
That
of God
was the big
either.
problem.
There was no
Yeah.
Chen heals. Not being in range for the mech and not having Hand of God up meant Na'Vi were a true 4v5 there. And Bristleback came in from behind and just tore everyone apart.
If they would have fought as a team, I think Nami would have won that fight.
Even without the Hand of God, just the mech alone would have given them enough, I believe.
Yeah, and not to mention the Test of Fate would have mean the Clockwork would have died a lot sooner.
Yeah. And having, like, mech is also not just heal, but plus armor. Plus armor against the Bristleback Quill Sprays is quite important, because that's physical damage that's coming out from him.
Yeah, that's a really, really good thing against the Bristleback. You need to have more armor on your team. Oh, they're going to try and gank Fanik again. If he goes down here again, his Bloodstone won't be coming anytime soon. The Bane's grip is off cooldown. They're going to be looking for kills.
Yeah. Or maybe Dendi, OD.
Dendi.
Oh, he's farming from the high ground. Smart little spot that he's found. Meanwhile, top lane looks like Havos just matching up against his Bristleback, and it's now daytime and pretty annoyingly long.
Phase,
yeah.
Second night phase already over without much achieved.
There
and
was
Havos has so many deaths already.
Like, yeah, bad fights for Na'Vi. Apart from that last fight, which was like, well, not really a good fight for them, but at least that was like the only kills they've gotten during that second night phase, and it just wasn't really enough. He still doesn't have his armlet as well. That's the other big thing. And now a second blade mail picked up for Power Rangers. It's on the Bristleback this time around. This just makes things...
They just want to do some serious damage towards the Timbersaw.
Yeah, this Timbersaw is... They have to be so careful in these fights. Even Dendi and stuff, like when he's dropping his ultimate or just throwing down the Arcane Orbs, has to be careful about who he's hitting. So these... I mean, it pretty much makes you... Like, when you pop that blade mail, it means the enemy can't focus you during that time. Which, this early on for Power Rangers
It's also
is quite
really
powerful.
good against the Soul Assumption. I think Blade Mail is a really good option in this situation for Power Rangers. It's quite an ingenious idea by them.
Well, Na'Vi, well, very few options open to them right now, apart from just trying to take group up as 5.
400 gold away from his BKB, the Bane.
The Bane, okay. Well, that's a worry for Na'Vi. This puppy has some ensnare creeps walking around with him. They cannot cancel that Fiend's grip. Armlet is complete on the boss.
Ensnare creep around him all the time after the Bane gets his BKB.
Yeah. And he can see it's coming.
If you can't stop his grip, which means most of the time it's either Dendi or Havos is going to be standing there in the fight doing nothing.
Yeah. Even the Timbersaw, I feel, gripping him at this point in the game, he does a lot of damage output, so not a bad target to use the grip on as well.
Oh, the Clockwork's going to get caught out.
Cogs. Smart Cogs from CHS. He still could be in trouble. Timber Chain across from Funny. Blade Mail there. He may just... Yep. Uses the hook shot to get out of there.
That was just a really good play by him.
And that's Na'Vi 5-manning and getting scattered out and achieving nothing. Na'Vi used to smoke for that one, and they can't even push top lane. The tier 1 tower already down.
Yeah,
Na'Vi are
and
just...
meanwhile, the two supports of Power Rangers are farming all their jungle.
Crystal Maiden's farming a BKB. A CM with a BKB. Freezing Field is so powerful in the current version.
BKB is online by the Bane right now.
Yeah.
The only way they can deal with him is either once he grips someone, then they could astral prison someone, his teammate,
target.
or they can send him back.
Or they get the ensnare creep from Puppy, but he hasn't got one yet, so he's still maybe waiting for one to spawn or just is happy with what he's got right now. Some
Roshan is the next objective for Power Rangers.
Yeah. I think this is smart. Even though they've got the BKB and they can fight, they know this is pretty much a guaranteed safe Roshan for them. Na'Vi, they're drawing lines through their own jungle. Are they actually going to try and contest this one? I think they're going to be a bit too late. Power Rangers not the best Roshan lineup, but definitely a pretty fast for them, considering they have got the nasal ball.
Yeah, but I still think for Na'Vi, they can still take the game really late. Because if you look at Power Rangers lineup, their late game strength doesn't really look so scary. Bristleback and Queen of Pain are not the best late game heroes. If you compare them to Outward Devourer, he deals a lot more damage, and Timbersaw does pure damage as well. So the longer the game goes, the more mana he gets, he's going to deal a lot more damage in the fights.
Well, now it looks like PR are going to focus their efforts on this bottom lane. They haven't brought down any of these tier 2 towers yet. Partly because they don't want to group as 5 and take 5v5 fights, but with an Aegis on their side, Bristleback with 1900 HP and a Blade Mail, they're looking like they can take these fights here. Queen of Pain, their squishiest hero, but that's the hero with the 2 lives. And I think they may just be able to just brute force this tier 2 tower. It's already down to below half HP, and I don't even know if Na'Vi can take this fight.
None of Na'Vi heroes have tracking bars to deal with the Blade Mails.
Yeah. OD's getting close to a BKB. He's got his Ogre Club as well as 1300 gold, so he just needs about another 1700, but it's not close enough.
Clockwork has his BKB right
he's got a hook shot in. He's found Funny here. He's going to Timber Chain out of this one. Gets silenced up now.
The silence was late.
But I think Funnick's dead anyways, maybe. Astral Imprisonment, that's going to keep him alive a bit longer. It looks like he could get to the high ground. The Scream is there. Queen of Pain taking a lot of damage. Will be using this Aegis if she goes down. Not going to do so. Crystal Maid, Freezing Field is there. Queen of Pain blows the Aegis here. Na'Vi taking a lot of damage. It's Puppey. Force to pop the mech. The Hand of God as well. Clockwork taking damage as well on the front line. Still has his Blade. There's your Sonic Wave.
Well.
Oh, the Queen of Pain. The AoE damage bringing down Dandy. And Na'Vi forced to use buybacks here.
BKB is not going to come anytime soon.
Oh, Dandy saves Eclipse. Brings down the Clockwork here. But I think it's too little too late. Na'Vi's lost 4. OD using a buyback as well. That's going to slow down his BKB a little bit. Meanwhile, on the back line,
gonna go down.
He brings one with him, but... Well, or is he? Is he not? Scream? Yeah. There we go.
You know, in the last fight, Puppey had a ensnare on the BKB Bane as well, but that didn't even help them too much.
On the Fiend script?
They still lost.
Okay.
Yeah. They still lost the fight so bad.
Power Rangers are just too farm. Like, looking at this Bristleback, how tanky and how much damage up what he can offer. Your Queen of Pain having 2 lives there. And then you've got your Clockwork with a BKB Blade Mail. I don't think you even saw him using the Blade Mail apart from the initial initiation on the Funnick Timbersaw. He just wrecked through Na'Vi.
Yeah, Na'Vi got... I think they got team wipe there, apart from Dandy buying back. They lost 5 heroes.
They lost 5 heroes and used a buyback, and they killed maybe the... They killed what? The Bane and the Clockwork only?
They killed the Aegis and the Bane and the Clockwork.
It's still a terrible trade for them. They buy more time to get towards the late game, but they're not farming items. They have to use a buyback. BKB will come eventually on Havost and Dendy, which is, I guess, the saving grace for Na'Vi that they're trying to stall for, but that's still a bit of a ways off.
It's going to be another 10... I would even say if the situation doesn't go well for Na'Vi, another 15 minutes before they get the BKBs up on Havost and Dandy together.
Well, Power Rangers, they're the ones in complete control here. It looks like they're just happy to sit back and go for their next couple of items. They don't want to try and take another fight or push just yet, especially without the Aegis on their side. Queen of Pain is the especially squishy one, has a BKB now. That's going to change things.
3 BKBs, maybe even 4. Oh, Crystal Maiden has it in 300 gold, so they have 4 BKBs soon.
Crystal Maiden with a BKB is a pretty big deal. I'd love to see that ulti upgraded to level 2 as well. Right now it's just a level 1 ulti, but with a BKB, CM should be looking to get that ulti level 2, because that does a lot of damage in teamfight.
Puppey has to have 3 ensnare creeps
yeah.
in the fight. He needs to stop the Bane ultimate, the freezing field.
Those, yeah, stopping both of those is pretty essential if Na'Vi want to take a team fight. Otherwise, they just have to run like hell. I guess they're going to have their own BKB, so they can maybe some of their heroes aren't taking damage, but it's still very, very tricky for Na'Vi.
Yeah, when the enemy support like a Bane gets his BKB faster than your cores, you know you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the CM is going to have a BKB before Dendy even.
Yeah, he's going to have it in 100 gold.
Yeah, Dendy needs like another 300, so... Your CM and Bane have BKB before Dendy on the OD, before Havost on the Night Stalker. That really speaks just so much into what's happened this game, with Na'Vi just somewhat falling apart against Power Rangers.
You know what, Gods? I think the 2 supports from Power Rangers, they deserve their BKBs. They played so well from the start of the game.
They've been rotating and roaming around the map. They completely destroyed the Chen in the jungle. They had just done amazing here, helping out Queen of Pain against the OD mid a little bit as well, getting just great successful ganks off. The Bane especially, his Fiend scripts have just been perfect this game.
Yeah, the one in the middle looks impossible to get a kill, but they still got it regardless. That was the really the only one which I felt it was questionable at the start, but they made it work.
Yeah, and they've constantly been shutting down Havost here, which is like the one kind of explosive hero from Na'Vi that could have maybe dominated the mid game, and Bane and CM just constantly ganked him, even during the nighttime, and well, PR with these big KBs up, get another tier 2 tower. They're not going to try push high ground. That's a bit too hard for them. And there's farm to be had. Top lane, jungle, ancients, wherever they want to go. They can wait for the next Roshan. They're going to find an ancient stack as well. And your Bristleback almost has a Heart of Tarask. CM has the BKB out.
They're going to see... Kuroki's going to get a career.
Okay. That's just a very small victory for Na'Vi. Bane almost getting there in time to cancel the TP. Not going to do so. They're gonna take anything they can get, Gods. They're just scavengers now, grabbing every little bit of thing they can get. Well, they have to hope they don't get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, because Power Rangers are going to be looking to punish any greed from Na'Vi where they just try and push out a bit too far, get that little bit of extra farm. Power Rangers are going to try and just punish that, so Na'Vi have to be very, very careful.
Would this game have been a BTS moment if all 5 Power Rangers heroes has BKBs?
Possibly. Are they going to get there? Bristleback?
No,
I don't think he needs one.
I don't think you get a BKB on Bristleback. That's the
5 BK.
disappointing
If
thing.
they all had BKB before like Dendi did, that would be impressive. Only 4 of them did though.
That's already quite impressive.
Yeah.
How often do you see at 28, 27 minutes, even at 26 when the CM got his BKB that one team, 4 heroes have BKB?
The other team have 0. That was the impressive thing. Dendi does get his
only
now.
one, yeah, only one on Dendi.
Yeah. Night Stalker will have. I think he's probably got one of these components. Yeah, he's
Funnick is
going
gonna get a BKB as well.
He's got his soon.
Oh, the grip!
Oh, can't
He
find
doesn't cost the
Funnick.
grip.
Hookshot going to find him as well. Is the grip going to even be used here? It looks like they don't even think they need it. Funnick gets silenced up. He's going to be brought down. Kuroki in the backlines brought down as well. Double BKB gets used. CM and Bane, maybe not entirely necessary to use those BKBs, but either way, they win the fight convincingly, get the tier 2 tower.
They just want to show
They kill the
off
courier.
Funnick.
What are you doing there?
They want to show off Funnick that they have BKBs and he doesn't have BKBs.
And Na'Vi send their little weasel crow in to die. If that was an Elgato, it would have won that fight, but unfortunately it's not. Power Rangers now push onto the high ground. Tier 3 tower going to go down, it looks like. Na'Vi just not in position to defend.
Puppy.
This Bristleback has a heart of Taras. You can't fight him. Maybe with the Whirling Death misses as well, which against a Bristleback with this much HP is quite a big deal. You need that stat reduction.
Yeah, 15% stat reduction on his strength at this point of the game is so huge.
Yeah, that I don't what it goes from 2.8 HP to maybe like 2.3 or something, maybe 2.4. Well, we're gonna see Na'Vi. They hold on to their Raxes at top lane just barely. They took a lot of damage here, but Power Rangers could just look to go again. BKB's coming back up. Hookshot in from the clockwork. He's gonna find Funnick. He gets silenced up. Funnick. Astral gonna keep him alive a bit longer. There's no freezing field for the time being here. Look, he got sent home, so...
They used 3 BKBs for that. They didn't even get 1 kill. They need to back out right now.
Yeah, Havos is on the chase here. Will he actually chase much further? I don't know if he wants to here. There's a Fiend Script from FNG if he wants to use it, and... Astral gets used on Bristleback. Na'Vi don't want to chase too far, and I think rightly so, they do back off.
Whoever overextends will lose the fight right now.
Yeah, I think it's definitely... Na'Vi realized that if they could maybe have picked up one, that would have been a big deal. But Power Rangers at the same time, waste their BKBs, don't try and press on too much further. And I mentioned things for Power Rangers. They're going to be happy just to sit back, wait for Roshan to respawn, which is coming in 30 seconds time. Power Rangers do not want to get caught out of position too much here.
Yeah, they're gonna use an imprisonment on the Queen of Pain. I don't think they will be getting any kills from this.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, he's just gonna blink out. And this is a really very weird skill build by the Queen of Pain. He doesn't even go any points in the poison when he gets an Orchid. Usually you want the poison because the combination of poison plus Orchid plus your spells means a really strong solo killing potential.
Yeah.
But
having the
this is
extra slow even, just so you can solo kill, but... He's nice and tanky, but even having 1 point in the poison strike would be very useful.
yeah, but I think there was one situation at the top fight where all the stats actually saved him. He got burst down to like 50 hit points.
Yeah,
and
at the top
managed
tier
to
1
blink
tower,
away.
he survived.
Yeah.
It. That's like such a... like at the same time, that he may have died there, and then you'd be like, well, even having the stats didn't help him, so... It was definitely just not quite going his way. Na'Vi is smoked up. I don't know. They haven't scouted out Roshan respawning yet, but they may... If they head down towards there and take a team fight, this could be their one chance to do so, but the smoke wears off and Na'Vi gets scattered out by a Clockwork Illusion.
Yeah, I don't think they know the Roshan is already respawned. If they would have known, they would have just ran over and fight.
Well, they can't even wrap around and gank from behind. They can't do that flank because this T1 tower is still up, which means they can't do that go around from behind and just flank. They have to... They're forced to just go from the front, which is a lot trickier to do so.
Look at what items are on the career that died just now.
Na'Vi's one.
Yeah, what?
Wow.
There's an ultimate orb, there's a hammer.
Is that Havos BKB? Yeah, Havos has been waiting for that for his BKB. He didn't have his BKB because the courier died at top lane.
Oh, that was
Phonic
actually
may be
quite
dead
big.
here. He's going to get cut off. The Queen of
He's
Pain.
gonna get silenced.
They don't scat him out.
Oh, they didn't see
The
him.
nighttime
Wow.
vision, not enough. As the Queen of Pain should have seen him and got the silence off, but didn't quite have the vision. It looked like Clockwork could have got a hook as
I
well.
actually thought they could have seen him.
Yeah, I guess like the nighttime vision was just really. Phonic did a great job of hugging this left side of the trees there, but even so, Power Rangers should have maybe had a good idea of where he
Yeah,
was.
they should have just tried to scout. It wouldn't cost them anything.
Yeah. Well,
They
Champions
didn't
are
even
flat.
try to scout. They just like ran back to the lane.
Na'Vi now going to have their top Raxes under siege. Power Rangers ready to try and break this high ground.
Yeah, they have everything they need to break this high ground right now. Aegis on the
Yeah.
Queen of Pain, Bristleback is so tanky, Plate Mill, Vanguard, Hard, Blade Mill.
Yeah, this is a big, big worry here. Even with the pure damage there, Bristleback is just so tanky with the raw HP of his. Rax is getting focused. The range Rax is going to go down first. That thing's got no armor, no HP. Orchid gets thrown out on Dendy. Hookshot going to miss. He's got Aghanim Scepter. It's a very short cooldown though, so he'll be back up in 8 seconds. PR just going to maybe back off a little bit here. CM taking a bit of damage.
Oh, BKB, he didn't cast his grip on time.
Oh,
he wanted to grip Dendy.
Dendy's already in BKB form himself. They haven't really got the damage there, and Snare comes out. That's going to cancel. CM, BKB, freezing field, doing a lot of damage. Chen's already taking a fall. Funnick going to be the next to go down, it looks like. Na'Vi, they lose 2. Buyback from Timbersaw though. Can they look to turn this one around? Kuroki now on the run, and Moon's just too danky on the front lines.
I think Power Rangers can just run out.
Oh,
I
and
don't think
Havos,
Na'Vi could get any kills.
he's caught. Hookshot going to snipe him out. Havos goes down.
Look at how tanky is the Bristleback.
Timberchain gets cancelled. Sanity's Eclipse. That does nothing, that Sanity's Eclipse. This Bristleback is just monstrous right now. BKB from the Clockwork gets used. The double and snare is not even mattering against these BKB ultis. And, well, Raxus now may go down. Hookshot going to miss, but PR say, let's get what we came for. And that's the Raxus here, but Clockwork taking damage. He goes down. Na'Vi, they're still holding. If they can get a kill in this Bristleback or something, this could be huge. And Bristleback may be caught out here. The ensnare's up in a couple seconds. It looks like Moon could go down. 1 ensnare. No second ensnare is up. Oh, looks like we're going to see Moon go down. So Na'Vi pick up a kill on the Clockwork as well as Bristleback. They're still alive, Winter.
Yeah, the late game phase is kicking in, and Na'Vi's heroes are getting stronger as time goes by. But the last engagement, I think the Clockwork, once the Clockwork, he overextended a little and he died, his team had to back off. That was just quite a crucial mistake there. If he didn't die, I don't think Na'Vi could have just dove into Power Rangers that easily.
I think Power Rangers could have definitely just gotten the melee Rax there. They were just focused too much on going for the kills when they could have just played a much safer push there, which they opted not to do.
They were just over their head because having that advantage. The CM has a Blink Dagger the next fight.
I think she had the Blink Dagger that fight as well. She's just picked up the point booster, in fact. So Aghanim Scepter is coming on your Crystal Maiden. There's a Fiend's Grip here at mid lane. Not even going to send back.
He's going to get send back.
Okay. You need to get those diffusal blades
They really
up.
need diffusal blades for that.
I'm not sure who would actually buy one here. I guess, I mean, your supports have so much money. Like, Bane's finished a Ghost Scepter. Your CM has a point booster even. We may be seeing one of our first ever Crystal Maiden Aghanim Scepter.
Kuroki is going to get caught out.
Okay. Well, the birds may stop a hookshot here. Kuroki, 1 stun. He's got a second one as well. Battery Assault
Oh,
gets
the battery assault.
He was just a bit slow with that second familiar stun, maybe. Oh,
yeah.
Down goes Kuroki.
He was just a fraction slow. There was a slight chance he could have breathed.
Yeah. Well, now Power Rangers may go for another push at the top lane. Havos going to go in first. Na'Vi want to take this fight. Queen and Pain, BKB gets the hell out of there. Where's the ensnare? There's nothing to stop this. Havos
Bristleback is in middle lane. There are only 4 heroes here.
Fighting without this Bristleback. Dendy pops his BKB, looking for this Clockwork, but without the Arcane Orb, he's just doing no damage. Meanwhile, Bane goes down. 1 for nothing so far. The Queen of Pain forced to just escape. Crystal Maiden on the low ground has a BKB.
Might be in trouble as well.
Oh, the hook gets blocked by the bird. Great micro coming out from Kuroki. Oh, is it not doing... It's not really doing enough here. In comes the Troll Traps. They're going to ensnare up the Crystal Maiden. That cancels the ultimate. Havos now in trouble. One Prey sees him goes down. Dendy's got 1. Can he get a second? The Clockwork going to go down. He hooks out of the cogs. What a hook shot coming out from the Clockwork. Saves his own life. Dendy forced to get out of there.
Oh, he just managed
one
to
more
survive.
right click from the Bristleback would have killed him off. 300 right click damage from this Bristleback, and he was 1 right click away from killing Dendy. Timbersaw also TP's out with a Timber Chain. That was so close. Na'Vi narrowly escaped with the Timbersaw, narrowly escaped with the OD, and Power Rangers going to be shaking their fists that they didn't get more kills there.
I think as long as they would have gotten at least 1 of the 2 kills, preferably the Outward Devourer, that would have been such a huge victory for Power Rangers already. They lost a support and a Queen of Pain for both the cause of Na'Vi, but that wasn't the case.
Well, they still kill Favos, but Na'Vi are just getting so much time to get their late game items up. An OD with a Hex, I think it's actually up in 200 gold. Yeah, it's got the Mystic stuff, just needs the Void Zone. So Dendy, after this camp, he's got his Hex. That is a cause for concern for Power Rangers. BKBs only matter so much against Hex. If you get the Hex off first, suddenly the BKBs don't matter. And now Funnick's got a BKB of his own. That negates a lot of this Power Rangers damage.
The main thing I feel for Funnick getting that BKB is the Orchid, because Queen of Pain has been silencing him every single fight.
Well, this looks like this at least the starts of a comeback for Na'Vi. We'll have to see if they can pull through with it, or if Power Rangers will find what they need to seal the deal here, because Power Rangers were so far ahead. Looking at the gold graph here, they were they still are up by like 20k gold. The experience, 15k as well, in their favor. Power Rangers just even with this lead, cannot find a way to end this game. Their
I
supports are
think
so ridiculously fun.
their problem is the heroes that they have. They don't really have something that's really powerful late game. They only have mid-game heroes. Oh, Clockwork's gonna get caught out here.
Uh-oh.
Hex.
There's no way out
It's
for
gonna
this.
be a really valuable kill.
Yeah.
Or even the Sanity's Eclipse for that.
Probably
That
not
wasn't
necessary, but with Clockwork Dead, PR are not going to push anyway, so Sands Eclipse being on cooldown, probably not the biggest deal. But Roshan may be respawning soon, and having no Sands Eclipse for Roshan.
They can actually buy back the Clockwork and push right now.
Yeah. Well, it's only Sands Eclipse on cooldown. Like, Na'Vi still have their BKBs, they'll have a Hex. Even without Sands Eclipse, it's still very hard to push.
Yeah, but that's the, like, yeah. Okay, I think this is the only other ultimate that deals more damage than the Chain Frost.
Okay. Maybe not at level 1. It probably depends who you're, what kind of lineup you're against. But PR
Yeah,
maybe have Roshan up. That's going to be up in the next 1 to 4 minutes. So if Na'Vi give them another Roshan, Cheese and Aegis, PR may be able to just push through then. Looks like Bristleback may have an Assault Crest soon as well to go with all his other items.
Yeah, with the Roshan, I'm gonna give preferably the Cheese to the Bristleback and the Aegis to the Queen of Pain. Then push with the Assault Curious as well. That would have been the next strong timing for Power Rangers to push.
Yeah. Well, not to mention your Aghanim's timing on your Crystal Maiden. If your Crystal Maiden gets level 16 with an Aghanim Scepter...
Is he gonna get that
What
soon?
What exactly does Aghanims do in Crystal Maiden? I know it like buffs your ultimate, but I'm not sure like what exactly.
If I remember correctly, it just gives a lot more damage.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't actually say on the tooltip.
I have no opportunity to ever buy an Acceptor on the support CM.
I remember seeing it added and just reading like, okay, cool, CM has an Ags upgrade. It's a
every
pump
time
thing.
I get a BKB or a dagger, I'm like already very fortunate.
Yeah. Well,
this guy is just...
J4 is just rolling in money right now. He
doesn't even have a Midas.
Yeah, he's just been he's got 22 assists right now. Power Rangers, these supports have been the key component of this game. Like, your Bane maybe not involved in as many kills, but he controlled the early game. CM in the mid game has just been a complete monster. And, well, there's your Bristleback Assault Crest. So, Power Rangers, Halagon Roshan. It's going to be a minute, about a minute from now, minute and a half. Yeah.
A minute and a half, about there.
Not too bad. Na'Vi will have Sunny's Eclipse by then. But that was kind of inevitable anyway. So, Na'Vi have to see if they can try and stop Roshan going down.
The three Dark Throw Summoners.
There may be, yeah, let's say Puppy's got the perfect creep lamp. They revealed themselves from smoke. That was a mistake, maybe.
The Ward, no, the Ward saw them smoke. That's why
okay.
It came out and just hit the Ward.
Well, triple ensnare creep is what you need against these BKBs. This is definitely the right creeps for Puppy to have. He's lucky that they haven't been killed off and that he found these spawns. But Na'Vi is smoking through the enemy jungle here. They want to find where PR are.
Clockwork.
Well, he's got BKB as well as Aghanim Scepter. The Hex from Dendu is going to be crucial to kill off anyone before they pop their BKB. And PR hiding behind this T1 mid tower. And this top lane's pushing in.
They have a buyback.
Na'Vi
have
to
a
defend.
buyback on the Queen of Pain if they want to fight here.
I feel like Na'Vi have to defend right this top lane, though. Yeah, double TPs. PR can push up mid lane. They can go Roshan right now. Oxy, it's not up. It's up any second now.
It's gonna be like in 5 seconds, maybe? Yeah, there he goes.
They scattered out. They can go instantly Rosh. They see two heroes top and they know it's safe. There's nothing Na'Vi can do, I don't think. This Roshan will just die too fast. Well, if they can get it in the pit. There we go.
This is just really good movement by PR in general. Every single thing they did for the past 10 minutes was really good, apart from maybe a few pickoffs here and there, but they're playing really well as a team.
It was just a very risky time for Na'Vi to smoke, because that top lane was pushing out. I feel like they should have been pushing out the top lane. I guess the main problem for Na'Vi is they don't know the exact timing on Rosh.
I think they didn't know, because the main problem was they didn't know when the Roshan was going to respawn, and they felt that they had to do something to prevent that from happening.
Well, Queen of Pain says, let's get some damage up. Desolator gets picked up by your Queen of Pain. Bristleback's the one carrying the Aegis here.
Yeah, I was quite surprised that they gave the cheese to Queen of Pain and the Aegis.
Yeah, it seems better the other way around. Give the Queen of Pain the 2 lives, because if Queen of Pain gets hexed or just stunned up, you may not get to use that cheese.
Yeah, but if Bristleback you get hexed up, you could still use the cheese. There's still a chance.
Yeah, it's unlikely you die during the hex there, but even with all the pure damage there, Bristleback just with so much raw HP. Well, looks like this is, to me, Power Rangers, if they don't win the game with this cheese and Aegis, suddenly Na'Vi are going to be...
They are screwed if they don't get this push down.
They've gotten one range Rex at top lane, but that's still a melee rack standing up there. Korea gets one shot here. Queen of Pain blink in. This will be problems. Denny may go down here as he got buyback. He's got buyback. Na'Vi is still in this one. We're going to see a BKB bait. His Fiend's Grip got cancelled here. The Clockwork on the backline gets trapped. Havos not even in this fight. He pops his BKB, looking for the Crystal Maiden. Hook shot stuns up Havos here. Bristleback has the Aegis and he's being focused. That's not the right hero to focus down. He's going to respawn.
Havos back as well.
Okay, Na'Vi, they're using the buybacks to try and hold on here. Bristleback going to be respawning immediately hexed up. He's trying to just negate this damage by turning around.
They don't have force stuff. They don't have force stuff.
Oh, Blade Mail. This could keep Moon alive a bit longer. The Familiars go down to the Quill Sprays here. Na'Vi just taking a lot of damage. These Blade Mails are paying off right now. But it's the Clockwork. He needs to find a hook shot out. He's silenced up. Familiar stuns as well. Soul Assumptions come in. Na'Vi in trouble now. Queen of Pain gets one. Takes out the OD. Dendy has no buyback.
Bristleback uses his cheese.
Oh, Bristleback now in this fight. Still Queen of Pain doing a lot of damage here. Na'Vi lose Timbersaw. They've got no OD as well. Kuroki going to try and hold the front ground. Havos in trouble. He brings down the Queen of Pain. We may see a buyback from this Queen of Pain. No money for the buyback.
The Queen of Pain passed the cheese to the Bristleback before the Bristleback died there.
That is just fantastic play from Power Rangers. What great teamwork from these guys. They haven't got the Raxes yet. Dendy may be down for a minute, but they've sniped another hook shot. Cogs on two. Crystal Maiden has no ultimate, but they're going to bring down Puppy. Havos may take a fall as well. He's popped his BKB. Na'Vi, keep Havos alive.
Almost got sent back.
But Rax is going to take a fall. Power Rangers going to get bottom Raxes, possibly top as well. Na'Vi going to be down 4 Raxes maybe. Glyph getting popped here. Timbersaw alive in 2 seconds. Familiars, Visage as well as... Oh, sorry, no Familiars. Visage alive in 15 seconds. Maybe Na'Vi can still play this one out. It looks like they're going to at least try and force the issue here. Clockwork hooks towards mid lane. This top Rax is still alive, so it's essentially only 1.5 lanes right now that Na'Vi have lost.
I don't think they can push anymore. Maybe because there's 3 heroes already. Maybe they can't push anymore.
There's no OD is the big thing. No Hex and no damage output from this OD. Oh, hookshot again, in from CHS. Not going to do enough here.
Oh, the Pain BKBs again.
Oh, there's no ensnare creeps, I don't think. They've all been killed off, it looks like.
Yeah.
But he wasted his BKB. Oh, there's a freezing field from Crystal Maiden, but no mana up on the CM. Meanwhile, Bristleback taking a lot of damage. The Blade Mail not going to matter against these BKBs. Funnick goes in. The Clockwork hookshot hits his teammate, it looks like. Funnick gets... Oh! 40 HP, 30 HP. Can the Bristleback go down? He's still alive. He will go down to a void. Nice Sock gets sent home as well. Great play from Puppy. Na'Vi is still in this. They kill off 3. Can they get a 4th? Clockwork, BKB, TP out. Queen of Pain shows up. Stream, Sonic Wave. Funnick getting low. BKB gets popped. He wants to kill off Funnick. The defensive Astral from Dendy. Gonna save Funnick's life here. Na'Vi is still in this game. The sendbacks from Puppy. Havos gets himself home. Twice he should have died. Twice he survived. All thanks to the big man on the Chen.
Yeah, the one at bottom and the one at middle. The one at bottom is far more impressive because they were both trapped in the cogs and he managed to still send him back.
Na'Vi are still in this game. All those kills they just got gave them, even though they used buybacks there, they get the money back from all the kills. Suddenly,
I still think they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble, but they've still got a good shot at this game. Maybe it's only like a 20% chance, but it still feels like they've got a shot. It's a 25,000 gold lead for Power Rangers, but Power Rangers have played amazing. They're going to pick up a basher on the Bristleback. He's going to be looking for a late game Abyssal Blade. Like you say, Na'Vi in a lot of trouble, but Power Rangers have their late game options fairly limited. They're forced to go for this carry Queen of Pain, which is not really your best late game carry, but we've seen in the past Mushi do similar types of things. It is still a way to carry a game.
Yeah, because Queen of Pain is extremely mobile as a hero, so even at the late game phase, she doesn't deal as much damage as other carries, but there are always situations where you can use her mobility into much more effectiveness, trying to backdoor Raxes or move around the other enemy carries which are not as mobile as you. For example, the Outworld Devourer. He's just a hero where he gets caught out. He doesn't really have skills to just run around like a Queen of Pain do in a fight.
Well, Crystal Maiden, we never thought we'd see the day. BKB completed on J4. This guy has just... He's also got 2k gold on top of this. He could start building a Hex or something. And that's when Na'Vi, like... You sort of, I mentioned maybe they've got a shot here still, but if your Crystal Maiden's going to be possibly farming up a Hex on top of an Aghanim Scepter, I don't know how much of a chance Na'Vi actually will have.
Yeah, and my dream item for the Crystal Maiden right now would be a Refresher up.
Yeah, who cares about Hex? Let's get the double freezing field up. Na'Vi going for a flank here from...
Bristleback, Hex!
Oh, can they bring him down in time? The Hex onto Dendy, though. He didn't pop his BKB. This could hurt. Moon needs to be focused down here. He hasn't got BKB. Looks like we will see the Bristleback go down. Dendy dies, though. Dendy's dead, as is the Visage, as is the Chen, and now Havos, the next to take a fall, trapped in the cogs here. CHS brings him down. Funnick going to be the last to take a fall. One more Blink Scream, and GG gets forced out. They kill off the Bristleback, but it's at the cost of 5 heroes. Power Rangers, against all odds, have taken game 1 against Na'Vi. Do you believe it, Winter?
I think the last fight, if Dende would have been able to drop his ultimate, then he could have killed 2 heroes
Didn't
there.
pop his BKB.
Yeah, probably would have changed the fight.
He was trying to kill the Bristleback, not in BKB form, thinking, hey, this Bristleback's alone, but Power Rangers... It was the Queen of Pain who was the MVP of that fight. Queen of Pain blinked in and immediately hexed up Dendi. Dendi didn't even have time to react and pop his BKB. It was just a great play by ZXC. Power Rangers play the game of their lives. They take game 1 against Na'Vi. 47 minutes to win it.
I still think the true MVPs are the Bane and the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
They are the true MVPs here.
Yeah, looking at the game as a whole, the supports for Power Rangers were absolutely fantastic. CHS and FNG played a hell of a game. The rest of Power Rangers, I've got to say, they take nothing away from them, though. They played amazingly as well. And Na'Vi, they just looked a bit flat. Funnick played great as always on the Timbersaw, but so many of these other heroes and players just didn't really shine. Havos has not had the best tournament of his days. He's had a really tough games yesterday against Empire, and here against Power Rangers, also struggling. Similar story for Dendi in the mid lane. Can't even put all the blame on Havos. Dendi got shut down mid. Puppy didn't really achieve a whole lot with his Chen. It really felt like Na'Vi just not looking like Na'Vi for once.
I think the movement of... Mainly was the movement of the Crystal Maiden and the Bane Elemental prevented Puppy from doing his usual thing, and it put a lot of pressure into Havos as well. At the start, he was under a lot of pressure, and those 2 little things gave them a lot of advantage in early on. Not to mention they got a gank as well on Dundee when he was soloing the lane.
Well, that does it. Game 1 now, a wrap. We're going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, myself as well as Winter will be live with game number 2 of Power Rangers versus Na'Vi.